A very good morning to my dear class 8th. Class, today we will be going to start our new chapter, that is from our history chapter number 3rd, that is colonial administration. So class, first of all we can discuss here what is the meaning of colonial. Basically colonial is an establishment of a colony in one state or a nation by a particular political power from the another territory, or when a country or a nation can take full control of the other land, region or a state outside from its body, that is called an colonial. Here our second word is the administration. Administration is a process or an activity that are running by a business organization. So here our topic is the colonial administration, means all our full control is in the process of a Britishers. Class, we had already studied that all control of India was under the Britishers. The basic motive of the Britishers was to only the profit making. Here there are the no people welfare activity in India, and they are never concerned about the activities and demands of the Indian peoples. They always imposed many type of taxes on the Indians. So in this chapter we will be going to study about the different type of acts. So here our first act is the Regulating Act. It came in the year 1773. So here basically the main aim of this act was to regulate and to have a full control over the East India Company. Class, here it is written as that it is having a full control on East India Company. Now let's discuss what is meaning of East India Company. Basically East India Company started as traders, but they can also acquire a large number of area in our own country. Here traders means they are doing a trade, they are doing a buying and selling of goods in our country. So government can also take various steps in this act. First one is the governor. So here the governor of Bengal was raised to the position of a governor general. Second one is they can also make a committee which can include the 4 members. So here all the decision was taken by these 4 members. Third one is the Supreme Court was set in the city of the Calcutta for the administration of a justice. Here administration means a proper process or a activity that helps in the run of an organization. Now let's start with our second act, that is the Pitt's India Act. So dear class, this act came in the year 1784. This act was launched. Why? Because there was a various shortcomings and problems in the Regulating Act 1773. So the government has decided to launch a new act. So the name of the new act was the Pitt's India Act. Now this act also includes various type of provisions. First one is this act includes 6 members, where all the 6 members have a full right to control over the East India Company. Second one is their main motive is to support the capacity of the finance. Finance means related with the money. Third, they can also appoint the governor general, which can take steps towards the Indian country. Last one is the provision here is the general government had to take a permission from the board that before taking any war in the country. So now if we can move further towards the next act, that is called the Charter Act. The main motive of this Charter Act is to end the monopoly of the East India Company. Class, if we can talk about the word monopoly, monopoly means the company which are having a full rule or which is having a single company in all over the country. So here to end with the monopoly of the Britishers, this act was launched. So the name of this act was the Charter Act. This act was launched in the year 1313. So here the main motive is to open the trade for the Britishers. So class, this is all about your acts. that was occurred in our colonial administration. If we can move further towards our next topic, that is the pillars of the Britishers. So here there are the four pillars was established in favor of the British administration. First one is the civil services, then army, third one is the police, and fourth one is the judiciary. So let's discuss all these four pillars one by one. First of all, civil services. Basically this services was founded by the Lord Cornwallis. So he was the founder of a civil services in the India. So he can introduce a system of open competition through the exams. Second one is the army. Here there are the various Indian soldiers formed a large number of companies related with the armies. Here the company's armies, which was a small in number, grew with Britishers and they can expand their nation with the help of Britishers. Next one is the police. So it is very important that we should maintain law and order. So the British felt that the need of regular police force. It was under the Lord Cornwallis. So Lord Cornwallis is related with the civil services. So in 1791, a superintendent of police for Calcutta was appointed the kings for the various cities. Next one is the last pillar is the judiciary. So if we can talk about our Indian country, people used to follow the laws that was based on local customs and traditions. So before the British took over the rule of India, there was a various laws. So with the coming of British administrations, the judiciary also came along to ensure that the laws was being followed by the everyone. So these four pillars plays a very important role in terms of the British administration. Class, I can repeat it again. Administration means it is a process or an activity that was running a business or an organization. So this is all about your chapter colonial administration, which includes various type of acts and four pillars of British administration. Thank you class.